Hello user, this is Vivek Bajaj. I am the co-founder of StockEdge. This video is going to introduce you to StockEdge and various features which this application has. Now as you know, I'm sure you must have downloaded the application. Or if you have not done yet, I would urge you to download the application before you can see this video. This application is focused on lot of analytics and data visualization with respect to Indian equity markets. And this application will help you to take decision with respect to trading or investing in Indian equity market. Now, as the other applications available in our country right now, this application does not focus on bombarding you with a lot of data points. Whereas this application is focused on creating a noise-free data output environment which will help you to filter your data requirement as per your requirements, and also which will help you to see certain outputs which will be visually appealing, and those outputs will help you to take decision with respect to your trading or investing in Indian equity markets. So we are good to go to start. So as you know, this is the home screen. And I'm recording this video on 24th of June, which is a landmark day when the market has actually gone down significantly because of UK's referendum for remaining in EU or not. Now the point is not to discuss those news. The point is to discuss the features and help you through this navigation to know how you can take advantage of these features of this app. Now as you can see, the home screen, there is a top panel and there is a bottom panel. Now in the top panel there are two data points which we want you to see every day. First data point is the Nifty movement for the day, and this gets updated on every 4 minutes, 5 minutes basis live from NSE data. So you see Nifty right now, which the time is 11:40. Right now the time is 11:47 and we have the latest update of 11:40 available. So the market has actually gone down. So if you click there, you go to the indices section where you can see various indices, how they have been performing in last 1 month. And if you click a specific index, you can actually do a detailed analysis of that particular index. We'll come back to this detailed analysis later. Then on the second part, sub-parts of this top panel, we have FI data, which is also getting reflected through this graph. Now this FI data is nothing but last 10 days movement of FI cash market activities. If you click the FI cash market activities, you will see the various sub-tabs which will help you to navigate and see the various sub-components of FI activities. Now, all is basically representation of the daily FI activity with regards to all the sub-components like cash market activity, DIA activity, FI futures, FI options, FI stock futures, FI stock options. So this is daily data points. And if you want detail about all these daily data points, you can go to the respective sub-tab and see the historical movement or historical activity of FI in that particular segment of the market. Okay, and you can also see the daily as well as the monthly data points for that particular segment of the activity. Okay, now let me go back to the home screen again and show you on the second part of the screen, which is the bottom panel. You see there is something called my links, my watch list, and my scans. Okay. Now the term my, as it indicates, it talks about everything which you need, right, and which you can customize according to your need. So my link is essentially the links which you would like to track out of the complete data, out of the complete feature of this app. The links which you would like to track, you will keep it in front so that it is the accessibility of those links is faster. Now before I actually explain you all the links, I have to show you the structure of the app. Now if you see the main menu which goes from the left side, in the main menu you have 4 major sections which is of interest to you. First is the daily update section. Now if I press the daily update section, you see there are various sub-tabs which talks about the data points, which is extremely important for you to track on daily basis, right? So most important and most obvious thing is the news. If you click the news, you can actually directly go to that particular stock or go to that particular sector. And if there is any news which will have a market impact, you can go to that particular index which will get impacted due to that particular news. Now the USP which we are bringing on table is the news are all filtered news, filtered by my research team. So you will only get the news which will have some impact on the market. You will not be bombarded with a lot of irrelevant news which eventually forms the part of a noise, right? Now after news you see there is something called forthcoming. So in forthcoming you have forthcoming events or forthcoming corporate actions. All these data points are authenticated data points which is taken from the right sources, which can be an exchange, which can be a news agency, which can be the research team which is relentlessly working to give you the right filtered informations. The next tab is a market tab, which is, as you remember that from the home screen Nifty, we can also go to this particular tab. Now in the market tab, you see there are various indices which are traded in the market. So you can click on any index and see the detail about that particular index. On the other sub tab, there is something called FIDIA. FIDIA is essentially for that particular day. Obviously, it gets updated at the end of the day because FIDIA data does not get refreshed on an intraday basis. So at the end of the day, when the regulator updates the FIDI data, you get the update right here. And from this, if you want to navigate to individual sections of this table, you can click here and you can go to the respective section of that particular table. And when you click back, you come back to this screen rather than the old screen which I showed to you through the home page. Then the other tab is the deals tab. Now there are a lot of activity in the market which may be of interest to you and which may be kind of a wholesale activity. Now market requires certain turnover within particular stock to be reported either as a bulk deal or a block deal. So you get the historical bulk deal and block deal database here, starting from the latest data. So here if you see on 23rd of June, there was certain bulk deal and block deal which has been reported. So in the bulk deal you see someone has bought Asian hotels and someone has sold Asian hotels. Now this looks like that probably it's an interfamily transfer. But if I want to see any institution doing any activity, so for example on 22nd of June, Franklin Templeton, they sold Career Point. Now, if you are you are holding Career Point, you would definitely like to know why they have sold it, or you would definitely like to track that this company has sold Career Point, so that you can also plan your action later. So there are two requirements from this data point which you would need from here. One is I need to know what Career Point is all about and what they are doing, and the other is I will need to know what Templeton has been doing with Career Point for so many, or any other stock for the last few years. So if you click here, you can actually go to Career Point stock and do a detailed research on Career Point, or you can also go to Templeton and you can see the kind of bulk deals in which Templeton as an institution has been involved in. Okay. Similarly, the case is with the block deal. Okay. So this is the section which is quite essential section, and you will have to visit this section on a daily basis if you want to seriously track the equity markets in India. Okay, and from here you, according to your inquisitiveness to go to the next level, you would like to click any navigation and move to the other section of this app. Now if I go to the main menu again, I see there are three more sections: my markets, and analytics, right? So daily update is essentially everyday action points. My market, as the name suggests, is a customizable market for you. And the customizable parameters are your market watch list, your scans, which is the most important part of this app, your targets. So for each stock, you can define a target, and this app will give you an alert whenever the target is met. And you can manage all the targets in a single screen called My Target. And My Investors. So there are a lot of big institutional investors as well as HNIs who have made a lot of money from market by investing. The best way to actually track the market is also to track them, what they are doing. So the My Investor section, what it does is essentially, it keeps certain major investors whom you can favorite as your tracking investor, and whenever there is activity from their side, you will get intimated. Now let's go to each and every section. So my watch list. as I said, so I have multiple watch lists. At times it happens that I want to create a watch list which is related to a particular theme. For example, it can be a Brexit theme. Or when I meet certain people, we inevitably discuss with them about stocks and they suggest two, three stocks to us. But we have this tendency of not writing it anywhere or keeping track of them. One of the way you can do that is you just add a watch list in his name. Say I write a name called Vivek and add a watch list, and in Vivek I can add stocks, and this tool will give you all the filtered alerts and information with respect to stocks which has been added in the Vivek watch list. For example, if I add stock called MCX, which is one of my favorite stocks, I add MCX here and close it, and I see there is MCX here. Now any news which is related to MCX will come here, any corporate action, any deals, and any kind of scan which is related to MCX will come here. Today or yesterday end of the day, unfortunately there were not much activity to show, but you can add as many stocks as here, and in all other sub tabs you will see the any kind of data which is relevant for those stocks in that particular market watch. Let me show you the primary market watch where I have a couple of stocks which I am regularly following, and in this if you see news, so any news which is related to all the stocks which I have, any actions and any deals with respect to all the stocks which I have will get highlighted here. Okay. Apart from that is something called scans, which I am going to discuss in the analytics section, and you will understand the relevance of my scan as well as my market watch incorporating scans as well as my scans. Okay, now you go to my scans. Okay, now that we are into this section, let's talk about my scans. So if you see scans, which is one of the major feature of this app, so what we have done is we have developed a lot of scans or alerts based on high-end technical parameters, based on simple price parameters, based on simple fundamental parameters, and we try to give you stocks which may be of interest to you for any kind of action. It can be a buying action, or it can be a sell action, or it can be an action to track that stock, and whenever there is next level of event for that particular stock, you may like to take an execution action. For example, we give you scans, various category of scans, and we are relentlessly working to create new category of scans here. But for example, if I take a scan called price scan, and I would like to see the last month breakout scans, and so these are four categories of scans. There are four scans available in this category, which is the stocks which are closing last month's high, the stocks which are closing last month's low, the stocks which are crossing last month's low, the stocks which are crossing last month's from above. So this is basically will give you an indication of any stock which is clearly showing any kind of uptrend because the stock is crossing the last month's high, or downtrend because the stock is crossing last month's low, right? I can press a star here and I can make them my favorite scan. So next time if you have to scan the universe of stocks in NSE and try to find out which stock may be relevant or which stock is satisfying that scan criteria, you just have to go to my scan. All the list of scan is already here. So you click that particular scan and you will see the result instantly. Now this result right now is focused on F&O stocks, right? And we also have it to the extent of Nifty 500, but we are definitely working hard to bring it to complete universe of NSE stocks. So if you see, there is a filter called NSE Major and NSE F&O. So you can filter it as NSE Major or you can filter it as NSE F&O stocks. And if suppose you like Hexaware and you believe that yes, this stock is seeing a lot of activity and I may be interested in this stock, and you want to do further research on this stock, you can favorite this stocks, mark it as favorite and add to any market watch. Say you want to add it in the market watch Vivek, right? And then you can track this stock through market watch Vivek and see if there is any event or any news or any further scan alert which is getting reflected in Hexaware. We'll see that in the next part of our menu discussion. Now my target is very simple, that I want that every stock should have a target, and whenever there is any alert with respect to target, the app should be in a position to give me an alert. and I can manage my alerts from here in a consolidated screen. My investor, that's very interesting. So what we have done is we have cumulated maximum investors in market, which is supposed to be reported. So it can be through a bulk deal, block deal, insider deal, or it can also be through a shareholding more than 1%. So what we have done is the master database has all the names, and we are relentlessly working hard to get more names or to make the data absolutely smooth. So you can select among the investors, my investors, and track them. And in case there is any deal among these my investors, like these are the my investors which I have selected. In case there is any deal among these investors, you get automatic update in this particular deal section. So this is my market, and we are working very hard to create new parameters so that we can give you customized information to the core of your requirement, so that you just have to track the my section and take investing or trading decision in your equity market participation. Okay, now let me show you the home, let me take you back to the home screen. On the analytics side, as I've already shown you the screens and the FIDA activity, which is part of analytics, we are working on hardcore technical analysis as well as hardcore fundamental analysis, and in months to come you will see a robust app with all relevant analytic tools available for you to play on. Now let me take you back to home. Now in home, now you see that you have all the relevant tabs. Right now what we have done is we have given you your static tabs, but in future we will give you an option where you can actually drag and drop a particular section here and make this part of your tab. If you see the section in your tab, so you have daily update, which is nothing but the daily update which we discussed. Then you have stocks. So if you want to search any stock, either you can search from here. So I want to search MCX. Okay. So this is one way you want to do it, or you can search by clicking here. It's the same section. So you want to search ACC. Okay, so you get all the stocks which has ACC. Okay, and FID activity we have already scanned, so we have discussed sectors. So you can actually go into a particular sector, and in each sector you have all the stocks which are relevant. Then in each sector you have multiple industries, so you can choose industry and you can see in that industry which are the stocks and which stocks have gained, which stocks have lost. Is there any news with regard to that particular industry? Is there any event which is relevant for that particular industry? Okay, and then you can also see the full list of investors. So these are the investors who are active investors in recent times, and then there will be there will be huge number of other investors as well. So you can search any investor. Say if I search Amitabh Bachchan, so probably you may get Mr. Amitabh Bachchan also as one of the investors in markets, and then you can select him as your favorite investor the way I have done it. And whenever there is any activity from Amitabh Bachchan with regards to stock investing, he not of this small amount, but of the amount which is to be reported by his broker, then obviously you will also get an alert and you can take a call accordingly. Okay, the my target indices and my investor is something. On the other sub tab we have my market watch list, where you have all your market watch list here, so you can actually go to a respective market watch list directly from here and track your stocks and do activity as you desire. And then my scans will give you all your favorite my scans which is available here. You just click here and you automatically get the desired list of stocks which is relevant for that particular scan. So this is a basic structure of this particular app. This is just a certain percentage of what we have vision to do. I strongly believe that you start using this app, give us constructive feedback. We are there as an open source to work relentlessly hard to make sure that more feedbacks are incorporated in this particular app. You can send us an email in support@stockage.com, or you can call Vinay, who is one of the co-founder of this app. You can WhatsApp him, and both of us are extremely excited about this app, and we'll make sure that this becomes a true analyst, your help, your guide to invest or trade in equity markets in India. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video, where I'm going to explain you in detail each and every feature which is relevant for this particular objective. Okay, bye.